I am Emvy.
And I'm Killy.
And this is Creepin It Real.
Right.
We've made ourselves coffee. It's very early in the morning at 12:48 p.m.
All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers the coffee.
Welcome.
Welcome back. It's been 5 months.
6 months.
June, July, August, September, October, November. Yep, it's been 6 months.
6 months. Hi, I'm Killy, and this is
Emvy.
we normally swap, but
Yeah.
Right. So we're Creepin It Real, and we have moved. We moved in together along with another friend of ours, and we have this nice, cute little apartment to film in. So we no longer have to just meet wherever in Atlanta.
In random locations.
Right,
outside.
like cemeteries, casual, or vlog in our cars as we normally do. So we decided what a great way to come back, the way we started by doing Vlogmas again. Not only that, but also to boost spirits, because the holiday season is always such a joy. And while we did have a lot of plans for Halloween, they all fell through because I had 2 spooky season jobs on top of my regular job. And it was just in the middle of a move that it didn't make sense to try to force it any more than we were already forcing everything else going on. So
Very true.
very true. So, and we can definitely do videos about how Halloween was. We can always make up for it, because that's the purpose of our channel, is to keep Halloween and emo alive 365 days a year. Huzzah!
Ooh,
so
spooky season never ends.
yes.
So we're just gonna talk about how the last 6 months and before, because even the videos we posted in June were from like February.
They were from February, before everything fell apart in the world.
So we have a lot to discuss. We're gonna kind of just do a rundown of our 2020 to kick off this Vlogmas. We are actually going to attempt to post all of the Vlogmas videos this year, which we did not do last year.
Last year I had pneumonia.
That's true. She was sick, and
Which-
then there was just a lot going on.
So much.
We really, but now we live together, so like finding time to actually record and stuff is going to be much easier. And we, like we said, we don't have to meet in random locations throughout the city, and so hopefully this year we get it done right and we can get back on track. You can probably hear our upstairs neighbors banging around. That will not stop.
Sponsor us and we can get lavalier mics, and then you won't ever have to hear them again. Wish that worked for us.
Yeah.
Without further ado, as we normally do, we always ado the do that we're doing. 2020, y'all.
Should we just like start in January and kind of work our way through the year?
January, I was sick. February, I just got over being sick. We went to Savannah for 24 hours.
Yes, and you can see those
Got all that
videos up on our
footage.
channel. I think do we have any more footage from Savannah that needs to
I
go
think
up?
we have a couple more videos that
So
could go out.
after
like
Vlogmas, we can throw up some more Savannah videos if
Yeah.
we have any, and
we
then
can even go back.
yeah, potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, February we went to Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
March, the universe
whole
shut
thing.
down.
Yeah, really. But you know that.
I was at work at Starbucks still at that time because, as you guys know, Starbucks did not close. I am a frontline worker. What's up?
Caffeination station.
Yeah. And so we were going through a rough time at Starbucks too. A change of managers, so much crazy stuff was happening.
Yeah.
And then Starbucks offered a leave of absence for any partners who wanted to quarantine, and both of my parents are high risk, so I took that option, and I temporarily left Starbucks, which was cool. But I did get an office job with my mother.
Yay.
So I was making more money, and also I didn't have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. which is
Cheers,
nice.
Sherilyn.
Yeah.
She paid for our hotel in Savannah.
She did.
Our first sponsor.
I told her we were gonna sleep in a car, and she said no. So thanks, Mom. I appreciate you.
Love it.
So yeah, that's how my quarantine went. Really,
That's it.
I had like 2 months where I like wasn't working at all.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like March and April, and May. Well, no, I worked through March. So, like, April and May, I really wasn't working. Then I started working at the office in June.
That's right, yeah. We had talked about going across the U.S. and checking out, like, ghost towns and just seeing some major cities across the U.S.
Literally, even the national parks and stuff were closed. So we were like...
They were closed, and then the rioting started, so driving
So.
through cities was, you know, a big risk to take, so we just opted out, and it kind of worked out with our job situation where we went back anyway, and so it wasn't really on the table so much anymore. I probably still would have, you know, gone if I hadn't been employed by then.
Yeah, and my job started like the week that we were
going to go
anyway. So it did work out for the both of us. But yeah, other than that, I spent most of my quarantine laying in a hammock in my backyard getting a tan. So honestly, I can't really complain. I had a nice time. I don't know. How about you? How was your quarantine?
I have been making more of an effort to look at the brighter side of things. It definitely wasn't easy as someone who's go, 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 if you haven't already figured that out by now or don't already know us, especially me. I mean, I know you go, go, go too, not to discredit that.
I like to also lay in hammocks and do nothing. So.
Yeah, so my go, go, go energy was just like penting up, and it was just, it was all over the place. I was losing my mind, and I had to figure out what to do. So what I ended up doing was getting into plants and gardening. I ended up getting into cooking. I might have put on like 20 pounds, but hey, I make some really good taquitos, which we'll make sometime soon.
She has become a great cook. She cooks for us sometimes, and
you know, what can I say?
Snack, I'm not gonna lie.
So I did learn some new skills while I waited until I felt comfortable enough to, you know, go back and do things, because at the time I was living with my mother, who's over 60, and my grandmother, who's really close to 90. So it just wasn't feasible until we knew more about what was going on in the world, you know, with the big C, as I've been hearing a lot of people call it, because, you know, there's a lot of censorship going on too right now, which that's a whole other video, right? But, you know, I just didn't know what to do, and then finally I bucked up and I said, you know what, I gotta go back to it. I just gotta get it done, because who knows how this is gonna go, you know, what's gonna change this year, is anything going to get better, you know, but I have to get back to my routine, because I'm gonna lose it, you know. So that's what got us this apartment, was just busting it.
Yeah.
Like halfway through the big C, you know, we were just like on a roll, and we were making plans. We said, let's just make it happen.
I think a big thing for all of us, and not just us two, but also our other roommate, we're also kind of just at the point in our lives where we were ready. We all lived with our parents, and
at 25 and up.
Yeah, 25 and up. Like the youngest of us was 25. So it was just a good time for all of us, I think. Even like amidst the quarantine and everything going on. Although our hopes were that it would be easier to find a place because of everything going on, that was not true.
Not at all.
We originally were looking at houses to rent, but the housing market is just trash right now. It is definitely a seller's market. Like,
it's nuts.
You cannot find a place to rent or buy or anything. Like, I was even looking into buying a house at one point, because I'm a grown-ass woman and I'm independent as frick frack. So I looked into buying a house, but like even the houses that I liked, like we would go visit and then the next day they would be gone. Like less than 24 hours they were already under contract. So it was just crazy. So then we ended up just deciding to go with an apartment, which I think is great. You know, everything's included. Like we have a dog park, we have a trash valet, which is super freaking nice.
We have a walking path. We have just really everything, and it's so pretty.
A gym, like we have all.
We
have a really nice complex. We really lucked out with this place, so it's been really good. I think for all of us so far. We've had our ups and downs, but I mean we really haven't had any like roommate issues.
No, it's just we all I think are our own unique messy. You know, but we're
that's
human.
true. And also, like, it's just kind of getting into the vibe. We've only been here for not even 3 months yet, because September, October, November, December.
Oh, you're right.
So, like, halfway through the December. Yeah. My birthday is actually the 3-month anniversary. Yeah.
Wow, anniversary.
So
cute. We should celebrate.
Yeah, we should celebrate.
Oh, wait, it's your birthday.
It's my birthday. We're going to celebrate anyways. But, anyways, so yeah, we haven't even been here that long, so we're kind of just still, I think, all getting into the groove of things and like having our schedules line up and stuff.
We'll have a tour by the way.
Yes, we're gonna do an apartment tour. I have to clean my room, so before we do that. we all have to clean
Yeah,
our
we all
rooms,
have to
be
clean
fair.
our rooms.
It's not just me. I more than some, but like we do all have to clean our rooms. But otherwise, you know,
the kitchen's clean.
Yeah, the kitchen is very clean.
Sometimes. Today it is. I stayed up till 2 the other night doing it.
Today it is.
Just, yeah. You know, you just sometimes get that way. You're like, all right, this has to happen now.
Yeah, I just have like really random motivation streaks in the middle of the night.
You gotta use it.
Yesterday I played Fortnite for 12 hours. Straight. No breaks.
Oh, yesterday was Saturday. I was like, how did you... I thought yesterday was Friday.
I was very motivated to play Fortnite.
Wow. Hey, no judgment.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. Anyways, so yeah, so we started looking for places in like, I think we were talking seriously about it in June, and then we really started looking in July, in the hopes to move in August, but this specific unit was not available until September, which I think worked out for all of us anyways, because we had a lot going on.
Right. And
some other stuff happened in August. Kelsey can't remember because it didn't happen to her.
I think I know what you're talking about, but it's not my business to share.
So you may have heard in our last videos that I was in a relationship. I'm not anymore. So that's also been something going on, which honestly I think the move and like having all of this stuff going like has really helped me like not think about it too much, because I was in a
not her situation,
right? Yeah,
I have my own situation,
other stuff, so. Right? So like it's been very nice to be able to have something to keep me busy. I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but like a serious moment right here. I was in a relationship for 5 years, and like having that end was like a big transition in my life. You go from talking to someone every single day to like not at all. So it was really hard. We're still working through some shit, you know, but.
We're censoring that one.
Right. We're still working through some stuff. But yeah, so that was August for me, mainly. That, which is cool, you know. I'm doing all right. Working on myself.
That's honestly, I think, what we're here to do ultimately, and I think that's one of the biggest things we advocate for here in this channel, beyond just, you know, owning your spooky self. We really want to focus on that now that we have our own space, our own, you know, environment to feel peace and feel safe, right? Because I think that's a big thing too, is that sometimes it's hard to feel that way when, especially when you've been with your parents for so long, and if you ever get even a dose of living on your own and then come back to your family, it's not that you don't love your family, it's just, you know, you found something in you that you really like being away from where you grew up, and there's only so far you can grow in a particular environment before you just kind of, become stagnant. Right. So, sorry, my English is like, I speak English, I just, words. When you go from talking to kids in the morning to, trying to talk to a camera in the afternoon, it's a whole nother story.
Yeah, but having the freedom of living on your own and then going back to your parents, it like you said, it's hard to like continue to like have personal growth.
Yeah, shift gears and everything.
Which, I mean, honestly, my parents are amazing, and my mom's my best friend, and I could spend I could spend every day with her, but it's different, because like when you're in your childhood bedroom for like 25 years straight, it's hard to like even see in yourself personal growth. So I think that just having your own space that is separate from your parents is important, which I think for all three of us was why we decided to move out when we did, because we're all around the same age, we were all living with our parents, and we were all just ready to like kind of move forward in our lives. Like this was our next step. So
with your big life change relationship wise, and I mean I was in one too last year, I think it was kind of that saving grace for our own sanity, and I think it's only just going to look better on us that we have finally taken that big leap. I know I was saying that if I don't just take the chance, I'm probably never going to gain the financial stability I want, because I always see my household and my family to fall back on, and that's not what I want. Like I want to have that that ability to sustain myself and figure that out, which I've always done pretty good at. But again, it's literally kicking my own ass out of the nest, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Just a big little punt, football punt or whatever. Right?
I mean, like my parents would have let me live in their house till the day I died. Like they
honestly,
I mean, they are happy for me that I moved out, and I think towards the end when I was like finally moving, they were like, yeah, we agree, this is a really good step for you. But at first they were like, oh, you shouldn't do it, like it's, you know, not good financially, like you have no reason to, you have a free place to stay now, like why would you,
yeah, and times being so hard.
Yeah, but I was like, it's not just about like the money for me, you know, it's, I'm 25. I'm about to be 26.
25.
I'm literally going to be 26 this month, and like,
right.
So
a week.
Yeah.
You have a whole week.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm like,
it's a big number.
Right. Yeah. So beyond just like, I could mooch off my parents for the rest of my life, and like you said, like I always had that mindset that I have a fallback plan, but I didn't want that. You know, I do want to, you know, grow up eventually.
Right. Well, and a lot of our friends are already married, and some even have kids. My second godchild's on the way in a couple weeks. So, you know, for me to not have that, you know, some sort of major life change, right? I mean, I'm not saying I want to be married right now necessarily, or have kids for that matter, but, you know, I hadn't made any, other than getting my degree. I will credit myself.
Is that the tacos?
I think so.
Tacos.
And
I'm wearing pants, by the way. You just can't see them. Yeah, so then September we moved in. October was Halloween month. Kelsey was working like at least 14 jobs.
Oh my gosh.
Minimum.
Okay. Seasonal, well, any job in a pandemic. Oh my goodness.
Freaking crazy.
Crazy. But seasonal in a pandemic.
Oh, I went
video.
I went back to Starbucks in September.
Oh, that's
too.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because they were like, hey, you have to come back. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So here I am. But yeah, Kelsey was working like 40 jobs.
Yeah, I worked at the haunted house again this year, and it worked out really well. The social distancing plans and whatnot, you know, most everyone cooperated. There were some people here and there that were just really difficult about this whole thing. Other than that, I mean, I think October gave me that spark again of like, oh, look at me, I'm working like all the time, which isn't necessarily healthy, but it definitely helped with the move as far as having like the finances and just feeling normal again. Because I know like you can attest to this, like the month of November I was just having a hard time, and I still kind of am. It's coming down from that like, oh, that was your glimpse of normalcy, but oh, it's gone now. I was crying a lot in November, and I think part of it was that jobs had come to an end, and it was back to just, you know, just the one, which, you know, I'm grateful for and I love. I have a lot of fun with it, and it's really creative, and working with kids is always a blast. They always, you know, surprise me. She's not really into working with them, which is fine, but being able to use that skill set, I never thought I'd be using my experience working in a school system and be using it like after graduation. Like I thought I was going to be going away from it, but there was such a need for like pod teachers and things like that with the pandemic that I was able to be one of those people that could find a job to get by during this time. Yeah. So yeah.
Now here we are.
December 13th.
Yeah, you might notice that I have a cast on my arm. I am once again no longer working at Starbucks. I'm on a leave of absence currently. I fell at work and I tried to catch myself, which you shouldn't do. They say just let yourself fall, but that's not anyone's natural instinct, I don't think. So I tried to catch myself, and I fractured my scaphoid bone, which is in your carpal area. It's like a hairline fracture, but if they don't cast it, it can get worse, you know, blah, 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 if you continue to use it. So I'm currently in a cast, and for the sake of this video, I have brought a Sharpie because Kelsey has not signed my cast yet. And
she called me out.
She's going to do it live on television, right here. Yeah.
This is great. No pressure.
No pressure. Someone was mopping the floors, and the floor was wet, and I just, you know, it happens.
It happens to the best of us. It would happen to me for sure.
Yeah, it's, I'm surprised it hasn't happened sooner. I have fallen before at work, busted my butt a couple times, but not anything like this. This is actually the first time I've ever broken a bone in my life. So it's my first cast ever, which is why I'm acting like a child and having everyone sign it.
I would too, though, if that happened to me.
I mean, why not?
Well, this year kind of sucked, but there were highlights.
There were some highlights.
There's always a silver lining. You just gotta look for it.
Very true.
Welcome to my TED Talk. Just creeping it real with y'all. That's all.
That's all we're doing. So yeah, basically this is just a breakdown of our year, little recap.
Our 20-something minute video.
Yeah.
Watch it be like 20 minutes and 20 seconds.
That would be awesome. You should make it 20 minutes and 20 seconds.
Oh, I'm editing it, I guess.
I'm not good at editing. I don't know why she always wants me to edit things. The worst person.
For now, it's Creeping It Real with
Emvy
and Killy.
See you later.